Yeah, so it looks like we're live now on YouTube. So welcome to my channel again, you guys. Sarah is having a little computer issues and technical issues, so she'll be joining us briefly. Thank you both for coming back again. It's actually a triangle now. It's not a circle and it's called a square, but here we are, bringing all the sacred geometries together and ready to do some energy work. But I want to let you guys say hello first, and then I want to talk about something that's going on because, man, the energies are getting intense, right? How you
Oh
guys
yeah.
feeling? How you feeling?
Good, good. Thank you for having me back and having, with your audience. They're amazing and just really excited to get the energies flowing today because this is the portal. This is such a huge portal and just been like buzzing all week long and unable to sleep very well but lots of motivation, which is awesome. But yeah, we have a lot to hold and to ground, and hopefully everyone I know will help us do that. So I'm excited.
Yeah. How about you,
Yep.
Michael? How you feeling?
Yeah, I totally agree. Holding the space, especially at times like this, super important. Not freaking out, drinking extra water, things like that to just calm and taking that break, taking to calm down if you're freaking out, right?
Oh my God, I need you so much tonight. I'm telling you, my energies are like I've been feeling this for a little while now. It's been coming in a couple of weeks, kind of strong with the last few days. I feel like I'm constantly going like this with my foot, my leg. It's always been, and it's like I'm
Yeah.
dispelling extra energy because I don't know how. I'm pacing and I get a walk in and stuff, but it's like my body is trying to process all this extra energy. And I know how to ground, but it's kind of throwing me through a little bit of a loop. It's a good thing, but it's
Yeah, it's good that you pointed out it's a good thing because it's a good energy.
yeah,
You
it
feel
is.
it. It's not dragging you down. It's not trying to cause like pain or something. It's just like letting you know things are speeding up. And so yeah, once we embrace that and we get fully integrated and it goes through our bodies enough, we're all different. So yeah, it just I think it's awesome. It feels great.
That,
And
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
take the time you need, just know that that's a part of you and, you embrace it. And that's the excitement of, I said, I had my video today, but I felt like a child again when I was downstairs because I had so much energy. And it was one of those moments I just wanted to run. How kids, they just, no reason, just full steam ahead. And then they stop like a block down the way because they don't get that far, 'cause
That's a great
Right.
analogy.
and
That's
there's
perfect.
You
they're
guys
like,
using your tools? Are you using your tools?
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah,
Yeah. I have my grid set up.
my
Yeah.
grounding.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the excitement because I don't want to take up a lot of time with this, but I put out a 45-second video earlier today because yesterday something had come across my path and we talked about in the Sara and just Sara for a couple of years now. My channel, we've been talking about it and you guys have known in the communities and you know what that's all about. And we never knew how it would be implemented. And everybody's like, yeah, I'll wait until I see it before I believe it. But now what's happening is there is a new constitutional convention that's going to be taking place. We have a week of the Toto moment for everybody. I'm calling it the Toto moment because the curtain's going to be pulled back on what really happened. And it's going to be irrefutable. It's not just somebody giving election numbers or something. We're going to find out what actually happened to our government. We're going to get an education. We've been promised we would get an education about this. Everyone's going to find out. And it's the 11th, the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. I know OAN's covering it. Newsmax is covering it. I know it's going to stream live on frankspeech.com. So it's really important, 9 a.m. Tuesday morning. If you're in the community and you want to get that information right away, that's great. But the emergency broadcast system is set up for Wednesday, the 11th. They've planned this test of the emergency broadcast system. My personal opinion, and you guys let me know how you feel about this, but I feel like if the mainstream media doesn't pick this up, the symposium is going to be streaming. I feel like the military, that's their step in. That's the hard deadline where they're going to step in and they're going to broadcast what needs to be broadcast so that everybody can see what's happening. How do you guys feel? I mean, that's not what came across me today. That's what's happening is the reveal. But what came across yesterday was the I hear feedback if someone's got something playing in the background, but friends of the constitution.org If you go there, there's a 17-minute video. Hey, Sara. There's a 17-minute video there that explains exactly what's happening, how government officials are going to be fired, arrested, taken care of, big corporations, the CDC, all the criminals, everything, how it's going to go down exactly as we were told, what the benefits of this $500 trillion lawsuit's all about. And that's something I've been spending hours and hours all day, last night and today, just sending out information to people. What do you guys think about that? What is your take on it? What is your feeling about this 17-minute video on friendsoftheoriginalconstitution.org? Anybody? Do you feel the importance of it, like
ladies
surging
first.
inside? Like,
I
this is it.
feel like, yeah, I've been feeling like this for, well, a long time, but the last couple months in the community, I've been hearing and I've been saying there's something huge that's coming, and I haven't been able to put my, finger on it, besides the energies that are coming in. So yeah, I think it's really exciting, and there's a lot of evidence coming in that it's here. I think people don't want to believe it because it isn't easy access. It's not easy to access, but if you really look around and it is out there, it's out there. Like, just everything is shifting the way we knew it would shift. It is shifting. Nasara Jasara, it's not going to look like, boom, here it is today. That's not how they're going to do it. People would flip out. So same, that's my view. And I think that, but the energies, I don't know how else to explain them except that something big is right around the corner. And that would certainly explain it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. If you go to the website that I have listed down below too, after the 17-minute video that's right in the beginning, it's the lawyer and the guy who wrote up the whole lawsuit and what's going to be detailed. But after you hear it in the video, there's another link down below and it says treasures. And when you click on treasure and you go down, it lists everything that he lists in the video, but more. So there's money for doctors, lawyers, there's money for small businesses, there's retirement for people. It's everything that we've detailed about what Nasara is, years ago. And so it has all these things listed in there, bullet point by bullet point. And it's incredible. People that have been evicted, people that lost families due to the vaccine, like all of it's in there. They're taking the criminals out. Like, it's done. Well, it's not done yet, but this is what it is. This is how it's going to be implemented. Anyway, that's how I feel. I'm very strong in my truth when I speak this. I'm not afraid to speak this. And if somebody disagrees with me, that's okay. That's your right to do it. And I respect that. But I want to get the word out to as many people as possible to go there and sign up. You want to be part of Nasara Jasara, sign your name up there, join the lawsuit and see what good we can do with this. And there's so many things, the patents, the medical community, there's so many things listed in there that are going to be shifting and changing. And it's everything that we dreamed about for a golden age and a wonderful society for humanity. It's like an upliftment of everybody. So
yeah, it's going to be awesome. I think it'll be slow to roll out. I mean, I don't, obviously it's got to go through court. They're going to fight it tooth and nail. I mean,
we're not going through their courts though. We're not going through their courts. We're setting up our own court system now. It's a constitutional based court system that's governed by we the people. And that's what the Constitutional Convention, they've gotten their due process. They've been notified. We're no longer playing in their ballpark by their rules.
So the military's gonna.
I believe that's not.
They're
There's
gonna have to. Yeah.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's the guy with the biggest bully. I mean, like if they got 1 million troops and there's just a couple of us, but. I mean, I think if we pass something like this around to people, like there's way more people that are on to stuff like this and all over the world that's getting liberated. Places in Canada now, don't have to mask up and stuff like this. All of this type of stuff is coming and it's all, I shared with the CDC having they're going to back out of the PCR tests by December, and because it's not a standard, it's not all of this kind of stuff. So I mean, it's really all coming out. They got the Fire Fauci Act going on, so it's just a lot of this stuff is just and I think it's great. I do think it is it. I really do, because the energy is definitely there. So but I think it'll be a process and that for everybody still. even with whatever court system, it's going to be a lot of fighting, and we're going to have to clear out a lot of the prisons, for people who are like, in there for, I don't know, things like pot and stuff like that, which is kind of silly, but
Criminal justice reform is on the list, Michael.
yeah,
Criminal justice reform, and
it's going to take,
you know what though, they've been working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes for a long time. So even if our instincts and our conditioned beliefs of the way things worked in the past start to eke up, I think we can clear that tonight with the Lionsgate portal, because we're going to put some manifestation into this, and let's focus on it happening really fast, because we know that the Treasury already absorbed the Fed and they can send checks out like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even about the money. If you do it for the money, go sign up just for the money if that's all you're about right now. But we want to get past the money, because we know where we're heading, and we know what spiritual currency really is with our love and our energy. We understand that. But we have to get through the mess, and everything has to be restored and rectified and cleaned up. But I think it's going to take off and start a lot faster than what we've have been conditioned to believe it could ever happen. Do you know what I mean?
That sounds great. Yeah. And with all the work they're doing in the background, I can imagine if it's smooth, the transition, then that means it would be, pretty quick and just
no
done. And
no need for a revolution. They're saying we can do this peacefully and within our own power. We, the people, do, we the people, the majority, hold the power, and we've fired them all from office. They've given their due notification. When you watch the 17-minute video, get the number 17. When you watch the 17-minute video on the page, it explains a lot of the questions people have. So I definitely recommend you guys go there, if anyone watching, if you haven't seen it yet. And Scotty Boy just said we are so past the money.
The fact that they're ready to come out with it now, I mean, that too just goes to show, like, it's official. It's time to go. It's ready to, they're pushing for it, so they're ready. Right?
Yeah. Hey, Lee, that way. Founders of Light, welcome, guys. Help us ground and do some energy work here now. Sara, let's say hi to you first. I know you were having some computer issues. Are you back with us?
Yes, I was having some issue with the Wi-Fi connection. It's pretty weak right now. I've had some issues off and on throughout the week, so I had to try and do it from my phone. So here I am.
Here you are. You made it. Sherri and I were putting intention down right away. I had a mic not plugged in well, and I couldn't hear Sherri, and then Michael was in and out, and then you had computer issues. We're like, all right, let's clear this stream. This is some important work. Again, we're bringing four lines and points together on the quantum field. And what we're doing is we're lighting it up. We're spreading what we have and sharing that energy with the grid. So anyone receiving this through these transmissions can ground it in their own center and right where you are. Just be in the space when we do this. So is everybody ready?
Yeah. I'm ready.
All right. Now what we're going to do is just take a couple deep grounding breaths. And I would apologize in advance if there's any noise in the background. I can hear lots of noise coming out from inside my room. So please don't let that distract you. Just take a nice deep breath. Hold it for a second and breathe out twice as long as your in-breath. Okay, we're going to let spirit guide us on this one. I'm just going to start explaining where I'm holding the grid and what the intentions are. And then I want you guys to jump in with your work as spirit guides you. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, good. Hold on. That banner is still on. There we go. All right, you guys. In this quantum now moment, we are calling forth the higher selves, the souls, the fractals of the creator source, of the one consciousness that we all are. We're calling forth all rays of light, all point activations, all angels, all ascended beings who are in their center and have waited for this moment in time during this Lionsgate portal in this most potent time on 8/8. Grounding in our Lyran selves, grounding in our angelical beings, bringing all our higher point, higher dimensional energies in through our crown and down into our bodies. Allow yourselves to stretch the body. Allow the energy expansion to go where it needs to relieve any physical discomforts and bring forth any intentions. So I'm going to hold the point here in Pennsylvania, where I am located in this body. My intention is to create the toroidal field of the being that I am. It's going to spread out and through the entire world from my center point. And I'm seeing all the other toroidal fields and points of light turning on, activating, connecting through the heart portals, which is the intergalactic light code highway of high frequency love vibration, connecting us through the Christ grid, which we are grounding within our bodies through our heart centers. As we breathe out, we're going to breathe out our intention to send clearing, transmutational flame, violet flame of transmutation through the Christ grid to clear anything that is trying to attack, steal, loosh, feed, plug into, anything that doesn't belong. This frequency light will decimate. It will dissolve. It will disintegrate. All attachments, all cords, anything that doesn't belong in this higher frequency of light vibration. Make sure you're grounding everything into the center of Earth. Right down through your root chakras. Take a deep breath in. And on your out breath, drop all of your energy anchors down into the center point of Earth and imagine a big plasmic ball of light, crystalline, liquid formation of light. And allow your root to tap into that ball of plasmic energy. And then breathe in, breathe that up through your root cord into your bodies and out through your crown chakra and your toroidal field, giving it back to the Christ grid. If anybody's feeling guided to do anything while we're all tapped in and connected together, let's get it going.
I'm kind of guided to just hold. I'm here in California, in Southern California, so I'm just holding my division here. And I'm seeing, as soon as Linda started, I was just seeing this beautiful purple wave of energy coming in and just filling the space of consciousness. And I'm being guided to work with the collective a little bit as Linda's going and everyone else is going, and just find out what needs to be cleared while everyone else is, doing their work. So there's just a lot of beautiful light just coming in, very healing.
I'm seeing a lot of ancestral lineages pouring in. It's like more than I can imagine. They're all surrounding this grid, working within it. They're all attached to it as ancestors trying to help wake everybody up and be with their lineage. Let's send healing to all the ancestral lineages for all of humanity, not just the healer bloodlines. Let's send it out from our heart centers.
They're here to help. Yes. I'm in Northern California. We have a lot of fires. There's still fires going around. It's the perfect time to exhale some of these fires out. Take the anger out of the fire when you breathe, but keep the heat and the warmth and the comfort. Grounding is important at this point to maintain stability, as always. Just make sure you overlight with, they're giving me the color gold. I'm seeing just, you said the roots are coming up, and it's white crystalline roots, and the golden tree leaves are being created as we speak. And each one of us is part of this tree. no branch argues with another branch. So be one with this energy that is for you to utilize, that is for the planet, that has been all the things that we've been calling in to this planet for a very long time. It's time to release whatever hold that this has on the people as we step into a new time and a new energy we must create with the new seeds that have been planted everywhere. So connect with the grid. It's here to charge. Yeah, it's always here.
Okay, incoming. Take a deep breath, everyone. Breathe it out and send it back out to the Christ grid, allowing the energy to filter down. I'm showing Michael, when you were saying that, they were spreading the template of trees across every single point activation. Every single person was transformed with an overlaid tree. That was beautiful.
Yeah, don't forget nature. That was my big message.
And we are the tree of life.
You are nature. You are not machines. Right? Be organic. Once again, to live, to be light and free. Carry that with you in your heart. Wherever you go, you'll always be free. No one else can tell you to not carry what you choose.
Okay, I'm going to take care of a little spiritual bypassing that's been going on in regards to duality and money. And the spiritual bypassing is soul brothers and soul sisters out there who are working with divine light, who are working with their higher selves consciously, who may perhaps forget that we need to take step by step guiding humanity, that humanity can't necessarily jump up to their higher selves and go around issues if they have issues with money, if they have issues with duality still, which most of humanity still does, let's face it, right? If they're having these issues with integration or completely unaware of what this integration is about, we're going to clear up all the cords that are forcing the spiritual bypassing. We're going to clear up all the detours that have been set as entanglements, quantum entanglements. We're going to clear all of the quantum entanglements with the issues regarding to spiritual bypassing, money and duality. We are going past money. We are going to merge all of the yin yang, divine masculine, divine feminines. We are going to get there. But everybody needs to go through their process. And anything that was set in a detour for us, it could have been a trap, it could have just been our path, whatever it was. Send this healing light code. Send all the healing light codes from all of our combined intentions to disentangle all of the cords, all of the pitfalls, all the detours. Clear them, heal them, fill them with light.
It's almost like I'm seeing as like a spiritual trance almost. So like you're waking them up, Linda. That's what I'm seeing.
I feel it in my body. I'm feeling a lot in my back right now, and it's the center of my solar plexus. So the solar plexus is an issue for a lot of people. So we want to give them that wake-up call. We want to send those golden light bubbles down, and we're going to implore the higher selves of people to go ahead and give them that wake-up call that they need. Drop that golden light of energy in their crown so that they can feel their heart expand. And don't confuse this expansion with anxiety. Yeah, choose to see anxiety is the night side, the fear, the night, the right. Try to feel it from the angelical side of love. Try to feel it from the light side, where you can incorporate that and say it's excitement, it's heart expansion. This is love. This is what it feels like. Feel the vibrations in their hearts. Allow them to feel that that heart expansion is not anxiety. Hold that thought. Suspend your belief on what the word anxiety means. and allow that anxiety to transform into heart expansion for everybody right now. Send it out to the Christ grid. Allow it to transform the entire grid. Whether people are aware they're connected to it or not, they are. They're living on Earth. Allow them to feel this connection now.
Gentle heart connection is what people is going to help. You must intend that they do realize in the most graceful way that they can the disconnection from the solar plexus because of the heart, because of the brain, because of the confusion within who we are, solar plexus, what I feel in my love, and what I say and think and know must unite. We have to unite on the middle plane, the upper and the lower, into human bodies and the horizontal plane of people. So see this light as their heart, this light, this energy, this opening. Remind them all that it is their childlike excitement. Excitement. It is not anxiety all the time. It's excitement. And you should be excited for how you think, how you feel, what you do with yourselves. And so the whole world must come in, those who may not, into a much cleaner version of forgiveness for themselves, for what they don't know, what they will learn, forgiveness for all of them and their timelines and all of their DNA, which we are all connected to. And so we set this intention to help clear all of the collective gunk that nobody wants.
I'm seeing the grid light points spreading, like lights turning on at nighttime, just doop, 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 popping all across the grid.
So we're pulling out a lot of ego energy too. So just this attachment, there's like these almost entities that are kind of holding that in place. So pulling out that ego energy and just removing it, replacing it with pure light, almost like a bright white platinum flame. Still a lot of resistance. I'm just feeling a lot of resistance. So just bringing in whatever needs, as Michael was saying, forgiveness, because I'm getting that. A lot of people needing forgiveness in the spiritual community and beyond, just needing that forgiveness, forgiving themselves, forgiving others, and just allowing for what will be, letting go of the fear, letting go of the ego around anything. Just allowing. Go ahead.
Self-ego. That's the source of all the external ego. It's
Absolutely.
It's the self-judgment that people have, and we know as a people, the people know. It's not about how you look, how you this, how you that, this stuff. These things are going to creep up. The heart space being open is going to allow them to remember their child, what is really important to me. And self-sabotage is not on the list either. So these energies that we send, I send, include my energy with full love, grace, and the path, even though we might not know, or they might not know, they get frustrated, they're always on the right path and they're always taken care of. No man left behind.
Oh.
This is the collective soul that we're here for.
Yes. Using the emerald ray to infuse in with all the golden bubbles, all the golden droplets of liquid light. Infusing the emerald ray in now. Sending out around the toroidal field in all directions to the Christ grid.
Wow, that went right out through the heart, Linda. Beautiful.
Yeah. It is done.
The way through peace is not through war. So people will come back to themselves. That's be as much love as you can for those that you care for. And it's going to be way easier now for them, so they got nothing to worry about. Shoot. What? You had a little leg twitch? Yeah, my whole body was on fire. I thought I was going to die. Okay. Like, so,
Oh my God.
oh boy, that's intention too, right? You know, I mentioned that in one of my videos. My ex-girlfriend, I think I had my fire flame, the violet fire, just coursing through me, and about a year later, she happened to her too. And I was so glad that I went through it, because she was like, I don't feel sick. I'll go to the doctor, and so I was able to kind of help her. It's gone in a day. But yeah, hopefully, I mean, I'm sure all the signs and symptoms are going to be there, because everybody's going to be popping up from every single level, right? So, yeah, grace and ease, guys, grace and ease. Let's get these new doctors established. That's what we're here to help with anyways, right? We are the new doctors.
Oh yeah. And that's going to be changing too. That's all set forth in the plan, you guys. The health system for alternative medicines, essential oils, everything is getting revamped. It's all going to change. Yeah.
Yep, read it. Yeah, I didn't finish reading it. I listened to the video and I started, and I was just like, holy moly, like, it keeps going. So,
right?
And there's more tabs. There's other, the about page. I think I clicked on the one, and there's 20 some odd pages of, and
okay, that's the full lawsuit, which if you're going to sign it, you're going to know in your heart, you're going to know whether you need to sign it within the first 3 minutes and 33 seconds of the video. And in the first 5.5 minutes, you're going to hear all the goodies listed, like, and then some, and you're going to hear why it's happening. And you don't have to read all 20 pages. I'm not going to tell you not to read it. I'm going to read them all. I haven't read them all yet. I signed right away. Yeah, like, it's crazy.
This is the one that I wanted to sign first without reading the fine print, because now I'm going to read it. I'm just going, yes. And if not, what do they, they send me an email and, no, right?
I know. Don't even put energy to that anymore, Michael. We're done with that. It's a done deal.
People
we
come around
catch ourselves, right?
What do you got me signing? Nothing, man. Just, like, it's not what those stuff we've been signing.
Well, just like if you go to my website now, I just published it, today after it being offline for multiple months, and when you go to it, it says this website is not secure, blah blah blah, possible malware. I'm like, right? Like, I'm going to be putting malware on my website. It's just blogs, articles, and stuff. Like, it's safe, you guys. If you go to my website, it's safe. I promise you. I'm not gonna do anything weird. But anyway, yeah, it's crazy. There's definitely we tend to go back into doubt because of how we've been conditioned, and I think we tend to go back into that. Well, if it happens, like, well, we know it's not an if, it's a when. We know that. But we said, well, this could take a long time. Like, I hear it. I thought the same thing. When I told my mom, she thought the same thing. It's like, wait a minute, we're not playing in their court systems. It doesn't have to take a long time. Yeah. We just need enough signatures on there to be the majority. And they already crashed their system. Like, they already had an overwhelming response. They didn't expect it. People are signing up, multiple people every minute. Yeah. You it's it. This is it. I'm ringing the bells of freedom, guys. This is it.
Start sharing that and listen to, yeah, you said the first 33 minutes, 33 seconds. I mean, yeah, that's all you need. And you're just you'll know. Yeah.
Bev says, this is what we've been waiting for. Yep, it is.
It really is. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I want to be there in court.
You know what? I think they're going to broadcast it. We will be there. We'll all be there quantumly. We don't have to physically be there. That's the beauty of it.
I can see the looks on some of their faces, man. I just can't.
I know. Well, we know we're going to get it all. And this week we're starting with the symposium. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9:00 Tuesday morning. So EBS going off on Wednesday. We'll find out if it's mainstream by then. We'll already know. They won't need the EBS if it's being broadcasted, but they'll still do a test probably because they scheduled it. And then who knows, maybe the Constitutional Convention will be on Friday, right after the symposium's done. Maybe they'll just knock it out like that. Like quantum speed, guys, why not? Let's set that intention. Let's put it out there. We are the people. We are the co-creators. Like our intention is for it to happen this week. It's done. Yep. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I've been wrong about dates many times, but you're only wrong until you're not.
Right.
Yep.
Ran out of conspiracies because they all came true. That's what it is.
Angela, right on, Linda. Yeah. Oh, guys, I can't thank you enough for doing this here.
That's what's up. Yeah, thanks for having us. That's what I think is so amazing about like the popcorn. I'm always putting the popcorn emoji because I don't know. It's even we know what's coming, but it's like they say, it's a show. It's like watch everyone in the universe, beings are watching the Earth show, how it's all going to play out, and how and I would be too. Look what we're doing. Well, most people are doing watching TV shows anyways about Earth, about aliens or Earth beings who are like it's such a funny and it's such an amazing perspective, and it makes the world awesome. Once you get enough light, I think just to some people who they're figuring it out still. I know people personally who are actually just making like amazing strides, and it's really cool. So but still the dark, and yeah, it's a new plateau that we can't really go back anymore. So we're just gonna get rid of this, get rid of that, keep cleaning
it up like we're doing the work. Like Sherri and I, we're going to be live on Sherri's channel tomorrow. We're going to be doing more of this work. Yeah. So if you guys are around, what time are we doing this, Sherri?
6 Pacific time, 9 Eastern time.
Okay. And if you don't know Sherri's address, oh wait, that's your website, but that's her name, Sherri Bausch YouTube channel, like 2 words, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. All right. So if you're not a subscriber over there, go subscribe and hit the bell so you can get notified when we go live tomorrow night and help us with these energies again. And that's really important. And also Michael is going to be going live on his channel right after this at what is it?
6:30.
Okay, so 45 minutes from now, is that right?
Yep, right.
Okay, and he talks about spiritual cryptos and all that. Excellent show. So if you guys aren't, go over to Michael Rolla channel for YouTube and subscribe to him. Hit the bell for notifications so you can see when he goes live too. Sara,
we're spiritual cryptos. You can go for YouTube. It's just spiritual cryptos on YouTube now. So we're going to be broadcasting on there. It just with both of us, it makes it easier. So check it out.
Oh, okay. Did I not get that right?
But my channel, I do often, share them, but we can only share through so many streams, depending on what we use. So it's usually spiritual cryptos, and then Facebook spiritual cryptos too. Yeah. So.
How's that?
Yeah. No, that's typically right. It's like I got like 2 of them on there, I think 2 or 3.
There you go. Sara, how you doing there, girl? She's beaming. Look at you. You look like you're glowing and flowing. What's new? What's happening?
I am just recharged. I've had a very busy week. Definitely feeling the energies coming in. And so when we were meditating and sending out intentions, I was being I just imagined this wave of water just centering out and putting out all the fires.
Nice.
And then watering the seeds that we're trying to plant right now. The next 2 weeks are going to be really powerful. Here on the planet, we've got so much activity coming inwards. With the Lionsgate portal opening up. I believe we're going to have that portal open until, I want to say, don't quote me on dates. Oh, actually, I'm not even going to say that. I know it's going to be open for a while, but the next 2 weeks before we hit this next full moon, the energies are going to be strong that we can all be thinking positive and manifesting, being mindful of our triggers and triggering others, and being the calm person that helps to put some of those fires out, and then teaching people how to step back and observe.
Yeah.
They need the triggers. They need the triggers because that's their lessons. Don't get me wrong. But we need to just teach them how to, I'm trying to think of the right word.
Mitigate it.
Right.
And
And I think that's what a lot of the problem with a lot of our youth is right now is coping skills. They don't know how to cope with conflict or contrast. So everyone's going to be getting their buttons, poked and prodded and pushed. So it's up to us as the light team to go in and help them to do that. Actually, we don't have to help them, but we should feel, you know what I mean, moved to do that.
Yeah,
Well,
send them the love. You know, that's the best.
Right.
and
'Cause
Scotty
without the direct, yeah, you know.
Scotty Boy's saying we definitely covered northern, central, and southern California, right?
woohoo, Scotty boy, nice.
Yeah, we covered a lot. That Christ
West
grid went out
Coast.
everywhere. It's almost like
Yeah.
North America was the central point, and it just kept spreading out from there. But it's
Yeah.
like we're all holding it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's all the other people too, you know, Mount Shasta, root chakra, and they got all the other chakras on, you know, and Mama Gaia. So I'm sure all the other people are over there where they need to be, you know. Yeah, we'll hold this one down, and you know, it's just the more awareness, right? The more we learn.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. Is the full moon on the 26th, you guys? That thinks it's on the 26th. Is that the blue moon as well, Sarah? Is that what you were talking about?
I think so. Right now, today is a new moon. So I want to say we'll have a full moon here in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's a little bit sooner, but it's also going to be pretty intense. So keep sipping your agua and trying to stay light. That way you can process all these energies that are coming through. It's going to be a lot easier on your body. I know it sounds crazy, but the more I bathe, whether it's in the morning and at night, I feel so much more ready to receive and connect. Yes. Yeah. It's almost like it's not just physical dirt, it's that spiritual heaviness that you cleanse yourself, renew yourself as much as you can. You know, I know this will sound crazy, but set the intention that every time you go to the restroom, you relieve yourself. You're relieving yourself of toxins that go deeper than just what I ate and drank. Use that as an exit point to let go of things with that intention as well. And you're gonna be a lot lighter, and you're gonna be able to hold a lot more of what's coming in. It's gonna be able to process through a lot easier.
Yeah, just remember to you know, keep up with your protein intake. When the body sheds carbon into the crystalline, you're going to shed, just like you were saying, you're going to shed a lot of proteins from your body that are older proteins, things that your body doesn't need anymore as it becomes crystalline. So putting like natural, fresh, new, stay away from meat if you can, but.
And Michael, give some ideas other than protein shakes for people to get good protein, like chickpeas and hard-boiled eggs and things like that, right?
Yeah, lots of the beans, not too many legumes, but definitely I just go beans and protein shakes, eggs. I still am an egg person, and I still think if you raise chickens and you do it humanely and everything like that, but yeah, that's really where I would go. It's all in the protein, because you have to watch the soy protein, you have to watch the whey protein, you have to be careful of those, so when you get the proteins, just stick with plant-based. There's a lot of protein and a lot of just veggies, fruits, and maybe not a lot in comparison to like meat, but you'll still get them, beans, nuts, anything like that. You can just Google sources of protein and really see what you like to make. It's really exciting. I mean, I do stir fries and all the time when I was just nothing but, vegan for a while there. And it was great. Couple, the protein shake, maybe 2 or something a day. And it's really all the body needs. We don't need as much as we think we do, I mean, look how long we last in a day without plowing down every, breakfast, lunch, dinner, or we eat one really, really big meal and then, overload ourselves, and then our body stores this fat, because if you don't eat continuously, it thinks that it waits for you to release it so you have energy. So just being consistent, really, and then just as natural as you can go, because even, the protein, we need proteins, but we're gonna be going into crystalline. It's gonna be really light, like you say too. But I just wanted to put that caveat in there with what you were saying, Sarah, because I do know, like even for me, when I go through phases, I'll go into like a feast mode where I need to eat everything I can get my hands on, and then I'm just plowing down. So if you feel like that, it is also probably then just you're at that point where now you shed a lot. You got to put something back. So
Yeah. Listening to your body.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, you know better than anybody, right? Any of us,
All right, guys. Well, I'm keeping my eye on the time here. Anybody have any final, any work you want to do, or anything else you would like to say or mention before we hit the pike and then go get ready to go over, watch your channel, support you in about 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Someone
Anybody?
had mentioned grounding. So maybe we were kind of talking about that a little bit, but that was pretty powerful. So just, if you can, I know we're in the evening, maybe take a walk in the grass, or, really just the guided visualization you did in the beginning, Linda, bringing that core light down into the core of the earth, running it back up through, and just seeing yourself as just this center point running down the chakras, I don't know, just
letting it emanate.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm still feeling a little altered, and I don't know if anyone else is, but
it's almost saturating yourself in it is almost, like what does it, like a bath or something, like and then you come out and then you're just like, wow, that was intense, and then you go take the shower or whatever.
Right, exactly.
Honestly, you guys helped balance me. I felt so like I was ready to explode, and the energy was just coursing through me like all day.
Yeah,
and I was grounding throughout the day, but I was amazed at how much I needed this really bad. I had to just spread out what I had and just expand. And you guys helped me feel so much more centered. I mean, just thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
All of us too. I've been having that too with all the energies. I'm sharing everything. Right. I'm just sharing everything. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. We've been waiting a long time.
Yes.
So ramped up.
Yes, many.
So ramped up.
Longer than we can say.
Many, my patience is wearing thin. That means a lot when we're beings of unconditional love. Start shaking people, gently.
I want to love you, damn it. No.
I want to let this in. You're so grumpy and negative.
Why won't you let me love you?
I'm kind of getting, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like, as you guys were talking about things being rolled out, like that it might actually happen way faster than we have pictured. Yeah. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up a lot. Yeah.
All day.
It's just kind of here.
All day. They were telling me.
It feels more than anything. Yeah.
You could feel it. You can feel it. It's like, what truth feels like. And at first it could be disguised as anxiety, because the heart, we felt heart expansions, but we felt gentle heart expansions. This is like ready to burst heart expansion when it expands that fast. Like think of the Grinch at Christmas when his heart grew how many times. It's almost like if your heart grows really fast, you're going to feel that energy that's intense, and it can be misconstrued as anxiety. Yeah. But no more of that. No more of that. We know what it is. It's love, it's expansion, and you just have to look at it from the other side. instead of looking at it from this side. You look at it from this side, and
There's
then
so many things going on under the surface, and I think that's that expansion, like we were saying, that's what we're feeling. There's just so many things that we can't see that are happening, it's just amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
When you take that energy back, you see how powerful you are, because you realize it was you that was creating the whole thing in the first place. So
Exactly.
these things are your gifts that are going to empower, people. We'll have to let them know.
I gotta ask you this real quick before we go, guys. I gotta ask you each this. Are you seeing people showing up in your world, in your universe, wherever you go, where you identify with each other, like, they're not woke, as in the hijacked woke of the leftists, not that, but where they're really awake, their spirit is looking through their eyes? Do you see that reflecting back in your world now, like more and more? And it only takes maybe a sentence or two to figure out if somebody's awake or not. And it's one or two key words that by chance you happen to exchange in conversation. And all of a sudden, that you both know exactly what you're talking about. And it's almost like a multi-dimensional meeting, and now you see it. It's right there in front of you. Are you guys getting that with people?
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible?
And people are waking up too, like more outwardly too, like just having conversations with people. And it's like, what? Like people in my world, people that I run into, and they just say little things, just enough to be like, I know you.
Right.
Like,
soul recognition.
I gotcha. Yeah, just enough, just like some term, that they'll use. It's just like, okay, all right. Like, I have a friend who's asking me, I had a conversation with her the other day. It was her birthday, but she was just like, tell me about these past experiences. Tell me about like, she was just putting the pieces together, and it was just so exciting to see, like she was right there. It's really exciting.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to see that more and more.
Yeah. For me, it's the smirk. Oh, go ahead, Lynn.
No, go ahead.
It's if you know, then you know, and we don't got to talk, but it's like, and it makes me think of kids. And I think I said that I don't know when I said that recently, but when you look at a kid, and then the parents are, shopping, kids in the cart, and he's just trying to be entertained, and you just walk by, give them a look, they know, because they're kids, they know instantly.
They look around here.
All
around.
All the adult, it's not going to happen like that, right? Like we're saying, it's going to happen like you guys are describing. You're just going to say, yeah, chakras, huh? You said chakras, chakras. Yeah, cool. What do you know? I know stuff too. All right, let's go. Yeah, friends.
Scotty Boy is saying, I see them asking questions, so it's on the horizon. It is. If people are asking questions, they're awakening now. And somebody explained recently that when spirit is inside of you, the more spirit is inside of you, I should say, the more it's recognizing itself reflected back to you in other people's eyes. So the more light you have, the more you start to attract that, and you see that reflected back in eyes when you're looking for that, because you are that. So I don't know. It was an aha moment for me,
cool.
Which is what Bev just said is so cool to watch the aha moments. That's exactly right.
Yeah. I mean, I talked to people, I think it was at least maybe, 4 years ago or something, but even talking to them, one of them was really into Eckhart Tolle, and it was, I guess it's more accepted. It's more okay now. It's weird with all the censorship. Still feels like it's more okay to start talking because they're talking about censorship. So let's talk about some censorship. So like, backfire.
Yes, it did backfire.
Oh, you want to censor me, huh? Okay.
Right. Yeah. Guess what? I'm in that lawsuit too.
This is what I've been waiting for.
Can't stop this. Can't stop.
About time.
And Sarah's been doing work. I know you said something either the last time the four of us got together last week, or you mentioned this to me when we were catching up. You said something about people coming in to work, and like you can just tell. And if their shit's off, you're just handling it before they even come into the store. That's what
right.
We need conscious awake people doing what you're doing, everywhere.
It's almost like you're sending them off with a stamp of love. It's like, all right, I know you got your own stuff to deal with. You've got to process it. But here, let me put a kiss on that boo-boo and send you go lay down. Go lay down. I don't want to hear it. Go lay down.
Right. Because we have no more. That's it. I'm out. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Collective.
And don't get me wrong, I have my moments. I'm like, oh Lord, give me strength, give me patience, and I just remind myself there's a reason why I work in the public, and it's my presence.
Yep.
I don't have to speak to you. I don't have to touch you. It's my vibration that everyone that walks in the door is going to walk into it. Period.
Yeah. Beautiful.
It's bigger than you can even imagine.
Yeah.
And that's what I have to tell myself. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm extremely tired, but I get up every day because I have to provide for my family. And I'm not a quitter. I'm not going to give up. And I know that we're manifesting. And at some point in time, we're all going to work through all these cycles. So when the blessings come, it's divine. It's divine timing. We're going to use the resources that we've been blessed with to achieve the things that are going to help other people. So I'm excited for that. I know that if I shine, you shine. If you shine, then I'm going to shine. Why? Because you don't leave anyone behind, and you light the way, and people will follow if they resonate. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
well
not
said,
being worried
sister.
about where you're at, just more of it as you're coming, like I think that
Right.
like I'm gonna go there and they're not gonna want me there, so it's like I'm gonna make everybody happy.
Oh, I'm not even going to tell you what was on the news the other night that somebody had told me was on the news. I didn't see it, but it had something to do with happy people and they didn't like it very much. So you know what? I think I'm going to have to be happier because of that. I'm using triggers to charge me more. It's got to fuel your fire. So you like happy? Let me show you what happy really is.
I think of the Happy Trolls. I think of the Trolls movie and then I start hearing a little song come on. I'm telling you, music does so much for me that it can take me from a bad situation and then redirect me very quickly. So I don't know how to describe it, but test yourself. Listen to a genre of music and see how it makes you feel, and then bounce into something different, like be your own DJ and watch how it will change if you change your music. It's almost like you time travel, because I heard somebody say today was a good day, so I went right back to Ice Cube. And I was like, all right, that's the 90s. I remember those days. I was young. I didn't have any responsibility. So anytime I listen to anything from the early 90s, I get back into that time travel of not having any responsibilities. There were no major traumas going on in the world. Everything was at peace. So I don't mind living in the 90s, even though we're not there anymore. Just saying.
You're a time traveler, girl. You're a time traveler. You got a lot of people resonating with the music. So we have Beautifully Spoken by Game Crusher. Music is my go-to by Bev, and Leanne saying it's changing your frequency. It does. You feel it really when the music is not there. But do you guys notice too, at a certain moment when you feel that, what I was saying, some people misinterpret as anxiety when you have a big heart expansion real quick. Do you ever notice too, when you get into that and you realize that's love and expansion, that you hear like choirs singing or angelic singing or just groups of people? And sometimes it's angelic music or whatever. And other times it's like classic rock from the 80s or maybe something inspiring from the 90s. But do you ever just hear like groups sing and you just can't get that earworm out of your head and you're like, whatever, I'll sing this for the next 2 days? I don't know.
But you know what? And that's just it is that's divine, divine intervention when you get those songs in your head. It's somebody singing to you a message. My favorite one for a while was that old what was it? Shaka Khan. Can't Nobody Love Me. And it's a self-love song. Can't nobody love me like me. So I mean, it's that simple. So if you listen to a song, or you can pinpoint something that gives you that amped up fire, put it part of your regiment. Listen to it on the way to work, or listen to it on your way home, and then just listen to the message that's coming through, and it's gonna stamp itself on you.
Yeah.
There's a song for everything out there. Yeah.
Yes, there is. All right,
Now,
you
some
guys.
of the go ahead. Sorry.
No, finish up, please.
Well, I was just going to say, just you want to be careful with some of the newer music that is coming out. I know that some of the messages aren't always the best. So you want to definitely be mindful of some of the stuff that you're listening to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been there, done that. You want a nice beat to dance to, but some of that stuff is, if you really listen to it, you can tell that they're not awake, and that's their pain. So
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if I would want to listen to it, because it's almost like their silent cry for help.
It changes. I think to
Right.
me, as you go, you're going to start to let things drop away that don't resonate. And you're just going to, I mean, some of the songs you might have liked a lot, and you're just like, I can't do it. Can't do it anymore, because it's
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, it does that.
But with that's just a new door into something more magical that is for you, that is going to give you that same, hopefully that same.
Well, I'm looking up the frequency. I think the heart frequency that I was thinking of was 542 hertz. Is that right?
It sounds like, I think it's 32.
Yeah, that's the heart frequency. So, Leanne, I'm not sure about the 432. That might have been a healing one, but the one you want to listen to now is like 532. And if you're surrounded by people with cognitive dissonance, Lee, that may be them working through what they need to, so that they don't spiritually bypass. If they're in a state of cognitive dissonance, once they have their spiritual aha moment, they can bring that back together, because once the pieces explode out and they're putting the fractals back together, it's a part of the process that we all have to go through. We've all been through cognitive dissonance at some point with something. So if you're surrounded by people in that state, then rejoice, because you're the one who's the center point that they will go to for information and help and healing when all this, lights up even more. So don't worry about that. And with that, you guys, do you have any final thoughts? Are y'all good, or what's all good?
No,
all right.
that's
Michael's
good. Self-regio. I just want to say good for it, self-regio, because I think it's 528. So double check.
Is it 528?
Yeah, I think it. I know it's 741, and they all, if you notice the sequence in the numbers, they all just add 1. So if it's 741, it would be 639. So then I think it might be 528, but I don't know either. I'm just wanted to put that out there to definitely check. All of these. Yeah.
If it makes you feel good, if it makes you feel heart expansion, that's fine, because you can put in frequencies that can do damage to you. I actually just spotted a video somebody sent to me of a sound frequency maker machine, something they were holding. It was heavy, and they walked up to a car, and the car started moving like as if it was a flag blowing, the actual metal of the car, and then the glass window started moving. Like, what? So frequency does affect matter, absolutely, without a doubt. But these sonic frequency healing, all the technologies that are coming out, it's all part of this whole new system that's coming online. And that, I believe, is going to happen super fast. It's going to get priority, and it's going to be super fast. That's some of the projects we're involved with, you guys. And I can't wait for it.
Yeah, they're coming. Yeah.
Actually, I'm looking forward to it, I will say. I don't want to say I can't wait, because I can. So guys, go over to the Michael Rolla channel and subscribe to him and click the bell for notifications. And it's the spiritual cryptos you're doing, right? Or spiritual cryptos, I'm sorry. We'll go to both channels. Spiritual cryptos on YouTube.
I like to talk a lot, so yeah.
Yeah, he talks, but he knows what he's saying, and he brings it forward. Everybody here, Sara, Sherri, Michael, thank you guys for being here, and we'll be back again next week, assuming that nothing prevents that. If there's a lot going on in the world, I think we should still try to make an effort to get together at the same time, just so we can try to break it down.
Yeah,
and we'll break it down either way. Let's come back again next week if you guys are up for it.
Yeah,
cool.
definitely sounds good.
I love you all. Thank you so much for being here,
Love you
and guys, be a little bit better today than you were
Blessings.
yesterday.
Much
Bye.
love.